Relatively speaking, those great scientists, some billionaires, and political leaders, those who have become presidents and emperors may not necessarily be political leaders, are humbler. Those hidden sages who are unknown to the world are humbler. How to be humble? First of all, you need to know that the capacity of the heart can vary greatly. It can be so small that not even a needle can penetrate, or so vast that it can encompass the entire universe. The more filled the heart is, the smaller its capacity. The humbler the heart is, the larger its capacity. It can be said that the universe is as big as your heart, but this heart must be humble. For the sake of an analogy, let us consider the heart as a room. If this room is empty, humble, then it is useful. This room can be a bedroom, a study, an office, a gym, a storage room, a prison, or even a toilet, depending on the need. It can become any room. But if this room is already filled with all kinds of junk, then this room is almost a junkyard, and it can no longer fit more things, nor can it become a useful room. If you want to make it a useful room, you must move out the unnecessary things inside. No matter how precious or valuable these things are in your eyes, you must decisively clean them up and throw them away. Even if the inside has been reinforced with steel and concrete, you must also make an effort to tear it down. The heart is like a room. The more prejudices and preconceptions you have, the less useful your heart is, and the smaller its capacity. Here I give 3 examples. I have a friend in the secular world who is knowledgeable and brave. However, when I bring up the formation of the universe and the origin of life, he immediately asserts the universe was formed by the Big Bang, life originated in water, and species came about through evolution. That he shows impatience to continue the discussion with me, leaving me speechless. For hundreds of years, these prejudices have been accepted by the world, binding the minds of millions of people. Why not use scientific methods and thinking to reason and verify step by step? If the Big Bang could form an orderly universe, why didn't the bombings of Nagasaki and Hiroshima result in 2 more beautiful, orderly, and modern cities, but instead resulted in chaotic ruins? To refute the fallacy that life accidentally formed in water requires a lot of space, so I recommend reading the book Life, How Did It Get Here? By Evolution or by Creation? This book can be obtained by writing to 25, Columbia Heights, Brooklyn, New York, 11201. USA. It's worth noting that even Charles Darwin, a representative figure of the theory of evolution, admitted that life may have been originally breathed by the Creator into a few forms or into one. And Richard Dawkins, a representative figure of the theory that life accidentally originated in water, said in his book The Selfish Gene, this book should be read almost as though it were science fiction. Evolution only occurs within the same species of animals, plants, and microorganisms. One species will not evolve into another. In other words, rabbits will not evolve into horses, snails will not evolve into cattle, peach branches grafted onto willow trees will not grow peaches, and no matter how much monkeys evolve, they will not become humans. As for humans, due to the accumulation of knowledge and rich experience, they have continuously recognized and applied some laws existing in the material world, becoming smarter and more civilized. No matter how much they evolve, they will not grow eyes on the back of their heads or wings on their backs. As long as you have a bit of a scientific mind and follow the gene knowledge continuously explored by scientists led by the United States, you will know that the statement that species evolved is a fallacy. Mao Zedong said, "The spread of fallacies misleads people a lot." This is truly a profound statement. I have another friend whose wife, every time I urge this friend to study Thebiable, immediately refutes with Marx's doctrine, religion is the opium of the people, it should not be studied. What else can I say? You avoid the disease and fear the cure, mistaking the well rope for a snake, and even regard the book as a religion. This kind of prejudice is equivalent to closing a door to a beautiful life for yourself. As the saying goes, medicine does not cure the incurable disease, Buddha saves those who are destined. Since you are not destined and not humble, no one can save you. I have a colleague. I once tried to guide him to understand how to have a carefree real life and a beautiful future life. He immediately asserted, as long as a person is kind and diligent, it is enough. That I asked what kindness is. He said, helping the weak and poor is kindness. That I continued to ask, suppose there is a middle-aged man, with elderly parents above, and several underage children who are waiting to be fed below. The family is very poor. You help him get 10 kilograms of heroin at a low price. Let him resell it and make a huge profit. From then on this family has a good life. Is this kind of help called kindness? He thought for a while and said, this kind of help is not called kindness. It helps a family and harms dozens of families. That I asked again, didn't you say that helping the weak and poor is kindness? Why do you say that this kind of help is not kindness? He corrected and said, what I mean is that it is kind to help the weak and poor in a proper way.